Hi, and welcome to episode number 4 of the Gentle Business Revolution podcast, the show where we talk about marketing your business by disrupting the current marketing paradigm. I'm Sarah Zenacroce, I'm your host here, and you know that you're in the right place if you are a heart-centered entrepreneur who feels anxiety around marketing your business, or you are an entrepreneur who's tired of the traditional marketing model and are ready for a paradigm shift. Real quick before I begin, while you listen to this episode, I'd love for you to go over to the gentlebusinessrevolution.com and download the Gentle Business Manifesto so you can read it later. No opt-in, just an invite to join the Gentle Revolution. In today's episode, I'm talking about the P of people. My version of the 7 Ps of marketing, I call it the Mandala for conscious marketing, is slightly different, but the P for people stays the same. The need to reach and connect with your conscious customer is ever present. So last week we talked about storytelling and ways to connect differently with our people. And in today's episode, I'm exploring this question that we all ask ourselves: why do people buy? And why do they buy some things and not others? Over the years, I've heard different versions of taking your ideal customer through a journey to get them from their struggle to actually want your solution. And in my mastermind, led by my business coach, Lisa Peterson, we are working on a model that Lisa first saw in a book by Eugene Schwartz called Breakthrough Advertising. And the 6 steps I'm sharing here are inspired by his work. So the 6 steps are, the first one is, here's what you're experiencing. So that's where you describe what the ideal client is experiencing now. So usually they're struggling with something. And then step number 2 is, here's what you want to be experiencing. So this is the future ideal situation that you're describing. This is where you want to be. And step number 3, here are the reasons why you may be experiencing what you're experiencing. So explaining why they're struggling. Step number 4, here's what needs to happen to make it better. So this is where we bring in our solution. This is what you need to work on. Step number 5, here are the consequences of not doing anything. So here's where you describe what would happen if they are not investing in a solution, if they're not taking care of themselves, if they're not learning how to do what it is that you want to teach them. So it's usually, yes, obviously more negative things that could happen, but you can also turn it in a positive statement. So it doesn't have to be, you're just going to stay fat if you are not investing in your wellness. It could be turned around and presented in a way that's positive, where you would say, what if just one of these techniques that you're learning would help you with your fitness goals? What if? And so that's how you present it in a more positive way. And then step number 6 are the rewards, and so the future state. So that's again a picture of the future, so definitely positive, but without the parallel to the what if you're not doing this, right? So if we are looking at this journey from a gentle approach, we can talk about the pain or struggle in a way that doesn't isolate people, doesn't make them feel not good enough, but simply brings awareness to their struggle. So it doesn't have to be talking down to people and saying, if you're not making 6 figures yet, then you're definitely, a loser and you're not gonna ever have a good business. So it's not that kind of approach. Of course, I'm exaggerating, but again, these kind of 6-figure headlines are everywhere and are very scary indeed, because people feel anxious when they read them. Instead of saying you can continue to run your business like a hobby, or you can get serious and get your shit together by investing in this program, we could say something like this: What if just one session of anxiety-free marketing helps you see that you are good enough, that your marketing is good enough, and that you can let go of your self-doubt and fear of rejection? What impact will that have on your relationships, your revenues, and your sense of self? So really focusing on the positive rather than the negative. Yes, people buy because they struggle with something and are looking for a solution. But what if we as marketers focused more on the positive outcomes, and no exaggerations or money promises, please, of course, but rather than continuously reminding them of how much pain they are in? I don't know. Is it just me, or can we agree that this is exactly what increases the global level of anxiety, this constant focus on the pain? I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but I'm hoping that this resonates with you. Because if it does, I think you'll also appreciate my one-page marketing plan and the 6 daily emails that go with it. It will help you plan your marketing activities according to the 7 P's of the Mandala for Conscious Marketing that we cover on this podcast. And again, today we covered the 3rd P, which stands for people. And you can get your copy of the one-page marketing plan at sarahsantacroce.com, one page. That's it for this short episode of the Gentle Business Revolution show. Please find the show notes of this episode at sarahsantacroce.com. GBR stands for Gentle Business Revolution, so GBR4. And you'll find all the links and the 6 steps I mentioned and a whole bunch of other great resources on this page. Next week, I've invited my friend Dominic D'Souza from Dream Again Marketing, and he will talk to us about storytelling and how we can bring more of our story into our marketing, and how that is really what sells nowadays. That's what clients want. That's how we really bring this human connection into our marketing. So really looking forward to that conversation. I hope you'll join me on this journey to a kinder marketing paradigm, and please invite your friends to join us as well by sharing this podcast or the Gentle Business Manifesto. Both can be found at thegentlebusinessrevolution.com. Let's be the change we want to see in the world. See you next week.